Live Lean Nation, welcome to LiveLeanTV. I'm Brad Guthrow from LiveLeanTV.com. On today's episode, I'm sharing why this 220 calorie piece of healthy homemade pumpkin cheesecake is better for weight loss than those 100 calorie diet snack packs. And yes, I'm also gonna show you step by step how simple it is to make this quick and delicious cheesecake recipe. And also, make sure you watch until the end of this video because we're announcing some huge news. But first, if dieting, losing weight, and maintaining it was as simple as eating low-calorie foods, we'd all be walking around fit and healthy. It's no secret that the diet industry is obviously a flawed system. Typically, the more diets you go on, the more low-calorie foods you eat. But here at LiveLeanTV, we follow a completely different approach to nutrition. Yes, it's still important to be in a calorie deficit, but we focus on making the most of the calories that you have to eat while still being in that calorie deficit. So in other words, we focus on consuming metabolic and hormonally friendly foods that keep your blood sugar in check, thus reducing cravings and keeping you feeling fuller and satisfied longer. So that way you eat less food throughout the day. Plus the foods that we eat are delicious, like cheesecake. So by eating higher calorie meals and snacks, it also means you can eat fewer meals in the day, thus lowering the amount of food prep and time spent in the kitchen, and let's be real, less time cleaning the dishes. So to follow a sustainable diet that is in a calorie deficit, your number one priority should not be about focusing on eating low-calorie foods. Your number one priority should be eating foods that are filling, and in some cases, this means they are higher in calories. So the reason is because healthy fat is very filling compared to the typical low-calorie diet snacks filled with hunger-spiking refined carbohydrates. So here's a dieting mindset switch for you. Next time you look at the nutrition facts label, rather than only focusing on the amount of calories, focus on which macronutrients those calories are primarily made up of. So if the majority of those calories come from healthy sources of fat, protein, and fiber-rich carbohydrates, that food is more likely to keep you feeling full and balance your hunger cravings versus a lower calorie food, higher in hunger spiking refined carbohydrates. Again, if I was creating a calorie deficit for myself, I'd eat more high calorie foods comprised of protein, fat, and fiber versus eating lower calorie foods with a higher percentage of those calories coming from refined carbohydrates. Now, this healthy pumpkin pie recipe is a classic example of a delicious snack that is higher calorie, but since it'll actually fill you up and balance your hunger hormones, it'll allow you to eat less overall calories throughout the day, thus still being in a calorie deficit. So that's a win and a win. But guys, promise me one thing. After you eat a serving of pie, you may not feel full because it may take your brain like 15 to 20 minutes to get that message that you're actually full. And I'll be honest, I'm at fault for this too. So before grabbing another serving of pie, back away from the table to give your body time to recognize that you're satisfied. So here's the pumpkin cheesecake recipe. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Ingredients for the crust: half a cup of walnuts, half a cup of almonds, 5 dates, and a dash of sea salt. Add in all the crust ingredients to a blender or food processor and blend together until it's crumbly. Add the crumbles to a pie pan and press to the bottom and the side of the pan to make the crust. For the pumpkin cheesecake filling, 2 cups of pumpkin puree, 1 cup of coconut yogurt, 1/4 cup of honey, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Next, add all the filling ingredients to a blender or a food processor and blend them together. Once blended, pour the filling into the crust. Then add the cheesecake to an oven and bake for 50 to 55 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the filling is not jiggly. Allow the cheesecake to cool and then serve. So guys, before you go, we have some huge news that we're so excited to share with you. Tomorrow, Jessica and I are announcing the launch of our brand new Live Lean Way 28-day video course led by Coach Jessica. Now in this video course, Jessica teaches you everything you need to know about the right foods to get lean and healthy, but even more importantly, it teaches you about yourself, your motivation, and your relationship with food. So guys, think of your mindset like the software and your body is the hardware. Without the right software, the hardware won't function properly. So once you get your mind right, your body is then ready to follow. So we created this course course to give you that lasting mindset transformation that will help you make the best food-related decisions for the rest of your life. So the open enrollment for this program starts tomorrow on May 8th and closes on June 5th. Yes, it closes, so we're not taking any more people after June 5th. But because you're watching this video, you can visit the link in the description box below and get in there before anybody does yet. And you'll get the discounted open enrollment rate, guys. So we're so pumped for this program. We're so pumped for the results it's gonna get you. Can't wait to see you on the inside. And thanks for watching, and keep living lean.